They're scared to mess around with you. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they're scared to mess around with you. Believe that. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say I'm no joke. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say I'm no joke. Now, freaky people, when I say mess around, I'm not talking about doing the nasty. I'm not talking about cheating. I'm not talking about adulterers and none of that, because I'm from the South, y'all, and that's the thing to say. Who messing around, right? Or they got caught messing around. That's not the perspective I'm coming from. When I'm saying that they are scared to mess around with you, they think twice before trying to say anything bogus to you, right? They think twice before trying to take advantage of you or pull something over your head. You follow what I'm saying? Not only are you extremely intelligent, but you also have street knowledge. You got common sense. But more importantly, from a spiritual standpoint, you have discernment. And that's something that nobody can take away from you. So many people are going to ask questions first before they throw themselves at you or before they throw anything at you, right? People are going to check the temperature before they try to cut you off. And most individuals are going to pay attention to your body language before they just say anything or do anything, right? It's all about navigation. People pay attention to how they should and need to move around you. All right, you ever been at school, at work, all right? I don't care if we go all the way back to the playground. Listen, y'all, people know who to take something from. People know who to crack on. People know who to Jones on, or people know who to try to bully, right? But when you are that person who have a stoic nature about yourself, or even if it's not stoic, but you have like a firm nature about yourself, a firm attitude, not many people are going to mess around with you. And again, y'all, it's going to take a fool to do it. You follow what I'm saying? You got to be a fool to think that you're going to pull up on Debo and knock him out. You got to be a fool to think that you can pull up on Iron Fist Mike and put them things on him, okay? And I'm not saying this is just only physically. This can be emotionally, spiritually, mentally, all right? But the point is, y'all, is that a lot of people are scared to mess around with you because they know what you are capable of verbally. They know what you are capable of mentally. They know what you are capable of intellectually. And so that's a battle that they're not willing to conquer, or at least try to. You follow what I'm saying? And so that's what we're going to speak about within this video, y'all. They're scared to mess around with you, from romantic relationships. Okay, once again, y'all, I'm not talking about sexually. I'm just saying they know that they can't just pull something over you in that romantic relationship. The people who want to be your friends, they know that you can't be easily finessed. And the people who want to do business with you, they know that they just can't finesse you or take advantage of you, all right? You read, you pay attention, but most importantly, you discern, okay? And so we're going to get directly into this video, y'all, without going into a whole rant. I probably already did, but I guarantee you it was well worth the fight, all right? But anyway, y'all, I had to take me a little break. I did me some burritos, you dig what I'm saying? And I had some tortilla chips with the salsa. That was amazing. I got Mo's at home, all right? Y'all drop in the comments and let me know what y'all ate. But let's get right into it, y'all. Leave a thumbs up on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get right into it, y'all. Number one, very important. You're not afraid to tell it, all right? Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you are not afraid to tell it. When I say tell it, I don't mean that you are a snitch. I don't mean that you are lame. I don't mean that you are somebody who's looking to get somebody in trouble. That's not what I mean, all right? However, y'all, when I say you're not afraid to tell it, you're not afraid to expose. You're not afraid to reveal. And you're not afraid to unveil the truth. You follow what I'm saying? Y'all remember the interview with Cat Williams back in 2024? Matter of fact, he kicked it off, right? Like, Cat Williams literally owned that entire year with that interview with Club Shay Shay. However, y'all, with Cat Williams, he was pretty much expressing and exposing the things that was going on in the industry, the things that was going on between him and other comedians, but more importantly, the insufficiencies and the fake things that happens amongst those who we so-called love, all right? And so when a person is like that, not too many people want to mess around with them in a negative way. Why? Because you know they're going to tell it when they get the platform. You know they're going to tell it whenever they get the chance. And most times people like that, not only do they have the platform, but they have the influence. Most times when a person is telling the truth, you know it. You don't got to get no lie detector. You don't got to get the cops. You don't got to get Maury or some type of counselor. You can sense when a person is telling the truth, and that is you. So do people want that smoke with you? Nope. Do people want that battle with you? Nope. Do people want to face the music? No. Simply because I know that this person is not afraid to tell it. That's like if something happened to you in your childhood, your adulthood, teenage, on the job, whatever the case is, they probably won't mess around with you because they know that you will tell it. And it's not about being a snitch. It's about exposing the truth. Somebody drop in the comments and say, "Is nothing wrong with exposing." That's another form of setting the record straight. You follow what I'm saying? And when you're willing to do that with no shame, no guilt, a lot of people ain't gonna mess around with you, okay? Number 2 is gonna be this right here, y'all. You demand your respect. You demand your respect. All right, family, I don't care if you're going to be the next big hip hop rapper. I don't care if you're going to be the next big model. I don't care if you're going to be an architect, okay, for corporate America somewhere. I don't care what you do. Any room you walk in, you demand your respect, but not because they owe you respect, but because your gift demands it, okay? Your talents, your skill set call for it, okay? When you think about a group of singers, they respect one another off of their skill set. Now, if they don't respect, I'm not even going to say respect. If they don't like a particular person or a certain group of individuals, that's because it's personal. But you can't sit here and tell me that Tank don't respect Usher, Usher don't respect Tank. All right, Chris Brown don't respect Bobby Brown, and Bobby Brown don't respect Chris Brown. Okay, I'm just throwing things out there. But what I'm saying is that when your skill set call for it, when your gift call for it, when, you know, your talent call for it, your character call for it, people have no choice but to respect you because you are demanding it, all right? A person who don't respect themselves, a person who don't have the skill set, the gift, a person who's just out here, all right, and have nothing to bring to the table, they're not demanding respect, but you do. You follow what I'm saying? In any market you bring yourself into, in any room you walk into, in any situation you find yourself in, you demand your respect simply because of your gift, your skill set, your character, your work ethic. You follow what I'm saying? This is important. Now, if you think about a small dude, I often say a small guy, but a small dude who demolishes, I'm talking about completely demolishes a big guy, don't you think that small dude just demanded his respect? Why? Not only because of his work ethic, but his courage, right? His skill set. It takes a skill set to be the big dude if you extremely small. But what I'm saying is he demanded his respect. See with yourself, it don't matter how much money they got. It don't matter how many cars they have, how big the house is. It don't matter what a person have. You're going to outdo them all day with your character. You're going to outshine them all day with your natural charisma. You follow what I'm saying? You demand your respect. It's not about what they have. It's about how they use what they have. And that, my friend, you don't have to have $1 million to do. Number 3 is going to be this right here, y'all. Your face says it all. Your face says it all. I know a lot of women probably going to agree with this, but if you a woman, other women know not to mess with you like that. You know, even my dudes now, even my guys, y'all probably have that face. And it's not to say you're trying to be a bully or you're trying to, you know, intimidate somebody, because I'm big on not trying to intimidate somebody. I think that's corny. But when you naturally do it, it's like that's a part of who you are. And a portion of it is a gift, right? I mean, if you think about somebody who's dressed up in a monk suit, why people don't mess with people in the monk suits? Because they have a perception or aura that they know kung fu, and people who know kung fu would kill you or they'll knock you out, hurt you real badly. Well, family, that's not true for all people. However, their face says it all. It helps you when you walk in certain doors, when your face has a story to it off the rip. You follow what I'm saying? If Debo, and God bless you there, y'all, Tiny Lester, but let's talk about the character Debo. If Debo walk into any room, don't his face says, don't mess with me? Don't his face has a story? It does. And I'm not saying that you have to be Debo. I'm saying that people are aware of those who they can't mess around with all through their face. That's all I'm saying. Now, some people do have a face to where they look sweet as pie. And guess what? You find out that they are tough like nails. They're tough like gravel. You find out that these folks ain't nothing to play with. However, y'all, with yourself, you happen to have a face that says it all. That's all I'm saying, y'all. All right? That's all I'm saying. And I'll say this too. It's almost like the person who say, man, she or he look mean. Yeah, I'd rather look like that. Or if a person say, they too serious. Yeah, I'll take that because that lets me know that you're not willing to play with me. That's okay. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I bet you won't play with me. And I'd rather have that perception than a person or people thinking that they can play with me. I like my respect, y'all. That's all. But number 4 is going to be this right here. It's risky business. Okay? It's risky business. You are unpredictable. All right? Certain people who are soft or extremely nice, they can be predictable. You know what they're going to do. You know what they're going to say. You know what they're not going to do. You know what they're not going to say. So they can become very predictable. You follow what I'm saying? But with a person like you, who don't have their business out in the open every day, who's not, all on social media with the shenanigans, who's not, playing around all day, okay? You're a good person. You have a good heart. However, you can be mysterious too. So when you are mysterious, it leaves a person what? Guessing. They don't know what to get from you. They don't know how to approach you. They don't know what you're going to do simply because you are unpredictable. So it's risky business in their mind. They don't know what they're going to get. They may get cussed out. They may get a nice handshake. It's this meme, not a meme. It's like some type of skit. And a lot of people are doing it, but they said the nicest people have the meanest faces, right? It's like when a person is extremely nice, it's like they mean mug you. And as soon as you walk up, they be like, what's going on, man? How you doing? But it's like a little joke that's on social media. But the point is that you want that perception. You want, when people look at you, they don't know what they're going to get. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's risky. Take your time with me. Be careful with me. Don't just walk up on me. I like that better. You follow what I'm saying? It's just like the PPP loan. Some people were scared to mess around with it. It's risky business. Somebody got $40,000, $100,000, $20,000. Nothing happened to them. And they got forgiven for it, right? But somebody got $20,000 and got 4-5 years in prison for it. Scared to mess around with it. Number 5 is going to be this right here, y'all. You're firm, okay? You're firm. And there's nothing wrong with being firm. In fact, being firm saves you, all right? It saves you. It saves you from BS. It saves you from being taken advantage of. It saves you from being lied to. And don't get me wrong, you can be the toughest of the toughest. Somebody gonna always try it. But what I will say is, I believe, my personal opinion is, it minimizes it when you are firm. Point blank period. You take mama. Most mamas are what? Lenient. She gonna be the one sneaking around the privileges. She gonna be the one, trying to get the son or the daughter out of trouble, trying to advocate for the child. Well, maybe he or she didn't mean it like that, especially if it's a boy, But what daddy gonna do? I'm finna put the iron on you every time. Yeah, I'm about to lay the hammer down every time, because dad represents what? Firmness. And it's not to say either one is better or worse, but what I am saying is that who you think the kids gonna go to? They gonna go to daddy when they know he gonna say no, or they gonna possibly go to mama when there's a possibility that she's gonna say, you know what, I'll do it this time. You follow what I'm saying? But that goes right back to yourself. When you are firm, a lot of people gonna be scared to mess around with you, and that's a badge that you should, honor. You follow what I'm saying? But yes, y'all, that's going to conclude the video. They're scared to mess around with you, and that's a great thing. You follow what I'm saying? You want to carry this at work. You want to carry this in the family, and I know it's certain people who you're going to move a little different with, and that's okay. But overall, you want to have this persona and this aura about yourself, because this is going to keep you out of a lot of BS and save you from people trying to take advantage. You follow what I'm saying? But yes, y'all, let's go ahead and do this recap and then we'll conclude this video. Number one, y'all, you're not afraid to tell it. All right. Number two, you demand your respect. Number three, your face says it all. Number four, it's risky business. And number five, y'all, you are firm. All right. With that being said, family, that's going to conclude this video. Y'all make sure y'all go over to the Reno Speaks Riches channel. If anything resonated with you over there, be sure to subscribe and leave a like on the video. All right. Be sure to go over to the richmentalityattire.com. Get you a Yes Sir t-shirt. Book a one-on-one session with your boy. You can get you a Yes Sir hoodie as well. Or just overall, y'all, go over to the Rich Mentality Academy and join the membership. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. And I can't forget, y'all. How can I forget this? Y'all be sure to get you one of those books. But I'm going to catch you in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.